And so where does this start to bleed into some of the research you've done on whether or not they're calling each other by unique names?
Yeah, so what we did basically is focused on rumbles where we were able to identify the individual who made the call, and also where we were able to identify a single individual recipient of the call. So sometimes elephants will make a rumble and everybody in the group responds. But sometimes they'll make a rumble and only one specific individual responds. And sometimes they'll make a rumble in a context where it's clear that they're only communicating to a specific individual. So, for example, with greeting rumbles, it's very easy. If it's especially little greeting rumbles where it's just two individuals, one individual approaches another, somebody makes a call and then the other individual responds. It's very obvious there's a caller, there's a receiver. Same thing with the coo rumbles to calves, like the caregiver's making the call and the intended recipient is obviously the calf because it's
Hmm.
just those two individuals interacting.
Hmm.
With contact rumbles, it's a little bit more challenging.
Right.
Because you can't be in two places at once, and usually the receiver is outside of the line of sight of the caller. But sometimes we were able to figure out that contact call was directed to one specific individual. Typically, this was in a situation where, for example, we had been following the group all day, so we knew everybody who was in the group that day, and everybody except for one individual continued on. One individual was lagging behind the group, and then somebody in the main body of the group would make a contact call, often while facing in the direction of the individual who was lagging. So we could, in that situation, we could reasonably infer that it was a contact call directed to that one specific individual.
Hmm. Hmm.
So basically, we gathered all of these calls where we were confident that they were addressed to just one individual and
Hmm.
we knew who that individual
Yeah.
was.